I'm back. So, for like 2 or 3 days during those couple weeks, I prayed for like 5 to 6 hours. I was just like, I'm not going to get up from my bed until I feel I've prayed enough. And it was getting to the point where it was like bike riding a marathon. It wasn't like running one, it was more like bike riding, where it was really exhausting, but manageable. And after like 6 hours the third time, I was just like, and it had stopped. And I was like, ooh, I'm doing something here. I can feel it. And then the prophet I listened to a lot, Joe Dawson, had something to say. He said, sometimes things don't take that long, and sometimes they take a medium amount of time, and sometimes they take a long time, and sometimes you get all three done at once. And that's exactly how I felt. I was like, I accomplished something. And when he said that directly applied to what I was going through, it kind of changed something in me, because for a long time I always wondered, like, am I satanic or am I Christian? Because I had the gift of discernment turn on at such a young age, and nobody around me knew what was going on. And this was kind of on purpose, because I wanted to be my own trainer. It was just this year that I said, God, I'm ready to have a teacher. I have a bit of grief with teachers because I'm smarter than they are, and this isn't to brag, but I've read more than everybody about the Bible, save maybe a few people. So I get frustrated when people try to tell me what they know, and it's like baby food. And I tell people, even my mom sometimes, I'm like, Mom, I'm like a steak and alcohol person. Like, you're trying to feed me ABCs, mush stuff that I don't need to eat. I don't need to know that Jesus loves me. I don't need to know that you want me to go to church. And I get why my mom wants me to go to church, but I've been called to run my own ministry. So there's only so many hours in a week, and my emotional cup gets full very easily. I'm the guy who like sips some good alcohol, so I only need like this much. My mom's someone that's like 3 tall glasses of water. Like, my mom can plant a garden with all the love and spiritual water that's in her heart. So this causes some conflict I'm not upset to have in my life. I'm never going to complain that my mom loves me too much. It does create some battles sometimes, because I'm like, no, we're not going to do that this way. Or I'll say, no, I know for a fact that I'm correct. I don't try to tell her she's wrong, because she's my mom and she's an adult, and I'm not her teacher. But anyways, it was really comforting to know that I was on the right track. Someone once accused me of wanting to be worshipped, and I said, no. And I think they once said, like, I could be the Antichrist. No, I said, I know for sure I'm not the Antichrist. And she goes, how can you know for sure you're not the Antichrist? And I said, because I am not God, and the Antichrist will say I am God, and I am not God. I do not want to be God. I do not have aspirations to be God. I have no delusions that I am God. Now, what's interesting is the Bible in 3 places does say we are God. I want to research that more. I don't know why it's in there. I don't know if that's just a weird translation. But that's one of the mysteries of the Bible that I want to look at. I assume it's a shortcut slang for we are built in God's image. Because if we were God, we wouldn't immediately fall flat and kneel when we're in the presence of God. That has happened to me. That's happened to people in the Bible. Even when angels come from heaven, because they have a lot of God's light absorbed into them, that'll cause people to bow, and the angel will be like, no, get up, because angels know they're not to be bowed before. If any spiritual being ever says bow before me and worship me, it is demonic. It is not angelic. Anyway, it looks like I have a lot more to do in whatever this foundational ministry that God has planned with me, for me, without me. Oh, I just wish it was my full-time job already. He did give a prophecy that said, keep doing what you've been called to do, because it'll be half as much work for twice as much money. So I do like that. Just wish I knew how long it would take me to get there, but oh well. Yeah, I guess end of story, end of update.